Okay, are we ready? First thing, the heat, right? The way the heat is going to affect the way we race. And I think that for us going forwards beyond today, we're going to have to take a few risks.
Baudin just dropped Nicolas Prudhomme on the final climb where he secured the KOM points and the KOM jersey and is now solo with 30 seconds advantage.
We reckon that Ineos, Groupama and Pinarello are teams that are incentivized for the stage to make an effort globally as a team. So putting it all together, what we think is that only a really strong break can make it.
We're going to get patatas bravas because it's the last day of the tour in Catalonia. So let's go. So for me, I really like when the potatoes are really well done grilled at the top, you know, a bit crispy, but not too much. And then after that, they have that little sauce. So the sauce is a mix of mayonnaise and a bit of aioli, mayonnaise aioli with a bit of ketchup, I think. And then you make it quite tasty. So yeah, you have to get a good combination of those products and then it's paradise. Muy bien, muchas gracias. Hasta luego, adios.
So give us your Bravos review. You can keep your eyes on the road, don't worry.
The sauce, so good. For me, the crisps are not crispy enough. It's just my opinion. But it works well, huh? Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna have more. Actually. Can you share? Thank you.
If you had to rate it 1 out of 10, what would you rate it?
Oh, the fact we're on the Tour de France and it's not easy to stop, I think we can rate it at a 9. But as a normal day, I think I will rate them at let's say 7.
Richie and Alex, I think you should race from behind. I can't promise you a crystal clear PDF of how the race is going to go. The scenario I can see is a little bit like yesterday, in the sense that, so to say, nothing happened, but the group got very small very quickly. There's plenty of chances going to that finish. Remember, it's 350 meters at 1,700 meters altitude, uphill 8% to the finish. I think at that altitude, our best bet at the finish is Richie in a sprint.
To see how it goes at the start, but and how I feel. But if a strong break can go, and I'm not far in GC, it can be interesting.
Yeah. All kinds of scenarios can happen. The overriding thing for me is that teams need to be careful about pulling the entire day. In heat like this, there's plenty of people who think they can get the yellow jersey. Teams that you think can control might not be able to control, and breaks, if they're the wrong composition, will just come back to the peloton on their own because they're going to cook. But in this race, with this heat, taking risks with winners, waiting to jump, even though there's a risk you miss it, is going to be worth it.
Bike racing was a video game. Which video game would it be?
Pro Cycling Manager.
Mario Kart, it's 100%. I think.
Why
You take a gel, you get a power up, you slip on a banana peel. I've seen it happen in a bike race before. And you just try and kill everyone around you and get to the finish line first. Pretty simple.
Gran Turismo.
Speed's where you go these days.
I reckon the one I played the most was the car racing on GTA, so I'd say that one. It gets pretty crazy.
I think the video game is called Fallout. Especially in the tour, it's just you ride as hard into each other as you can. The tour is just crazy, you know, so it's about crashing each other. think that's more the tour is almost about sharp elbows.
I always heard that a sprint finish is like chess, and it's always like the lead-out riders or the sprinters who say that, you know. So I think there's really there's a lot of it might seem like chaos if you're not like really into it, but for the sprinters and the lead-out riders, it's like it's a chess game.
Alex, for the KOM sprint, long right turn, you come out of that 200 meters to the summit.
Baudin, 23.5 kilometers to go, over the top of the climb, takes the points. Now he's the king of the mountains. Going for a stage victory here. 1:18 now, the gap.
Alex Baudin, seul en tête.
Come on, Alex, same gap, same gap.
Alex, it's just you now. Alex, it's just you. Head down, aero, all in.
Dès qu'ils appellent le taureau, pourquoi c'est un parti généreux pour la Pogacar.
It's going to be real tough to hold the gap because the peloton's at 29 seconds, and I think the GC boys are ready to battle it out on this final climb up to Les Angles.
Pour Alex Baudin, repris à l'instant par le peloton. Alex Baudin qui anticipe.
Last 2Ks, more uphill. Last 350 meters after right corner, 8%. Late sprint. Sean, you keep Richie in good position. Grande Richie, grande Richie third.
Good.
Good job, boys.
Fue realmente duro, ¿no? Y bueno, creo que he hecho un buen trabajo con el equipo y bueno, al final yo creo que ha sido un trabajo importante con el equipo y eso ha hecho pues que estemos aquí delante, ¿no?
Did you expect it? Yes and no. I mean, of course, they want to win stages. It's everyone wants to, so I'm not gonna give away victory like that, but sometimes they do, so you have to try and see what happens, and today it didn't work.
Yeah, not too shabby from the boys.
So we're in France.
I don't care where we are, that was a proper day with the heat. Like,
how was it out there? Tough but good. That definitely felt hot.
And your when you imagined racing the Tour, was this what you imagined?
Yeah, like I thought there's not going to be any crowds at all at the finish for some reason because they told people not to come, but the crowds are actually really cool still. And yeah, it's just as hard as I thought it was going to be.
De fort belle manière pour Tadej Pogacar qui décroche son premier succès d'étape. Le vainqueur de ce Tour de France à l'issue de cette troisième étape, c'est Alex Baudin de l'équipe IF Easy Post.
Just how does it feel to wear a jersey at Tour de France when you had a great Dauphiné, you've been having a great year?
Yeah.
Tour de France is different.
Yeah, Tour de France is so much bigger than every other races, so it's really special. And I remember as a kid watching the Tour and always also dreaming about this jersey, watching guys like Thibaut Pinot, Bardet, Pierre Roland, these guys, and this jersey is like a fighting spirit to it, so it's really cool to have it.